What is going on, guys? I thought it would be helpful to do a cuts pant review and see if it's worth the money, talk about the quality a little bit and how it compares to some of the competition, at least some of my favorites like Lululemon. So we'll see if it's worthwhile, and I hope you enjoy the video. Now let's get into it. So the first thing that I noticed with these pants right out of the box is the material, as pretty much anybody would. And I would say that it's a little bit more coarse than I thought it would be. They certainly are comfortable, but when I'm comparing them to what I consider kind of the top of the line pant for the everyday wear that a lot of me and my friends wear, it's the Lululemon ABC pant. So that's kind of what I'm gauging a lot of my standards off of, which I think is fair. But that being said, it's a little bit more coarse than I thought it would be. It is comfortable of a material. It doesn't feel cheap by any means, and it stretches really, really well, which is nice. And in terms of design, I feel like the pockets on the front are, I don't know, maybe not my favorite in terms of design. The Lululemon pockets and also like a normal jean pocket are more like straight down, if I had to describe them, and these kind of come into the side. It's a lot easier definitely to access the pockets this way, but I feel like they're definitely a lot more shallow just because of the angle that they kind of come in at. So my phone like doesn't stick out, but it definitely feels like a little bit more exposed. So if you're worrying about maybe losing items or something falling out, I can definitely see it happening with this. If you're just in the car, like your phone could easily slide out of your pocket. So kind of a nitpicky thing for me, but certainly something I noticed in a difference between some of the pants that I'm used to wearing. Now, in terms of fit, I think it looks really great. I think it's tapered throughout the legs and the waistline. They got it right, so I like that portion as well. I do think once it gets down to the ankles a little bit, it's a little bit looser. I would like to see maybe it be tapered just a bit more around the ankles. Like, I'm not looking for a jogger look or anything, but I feel like my ABCs and some other pants I have are a bit thinner, or at least a bit more tight, I guess you can say, around the ankles. So sometimes if I'm trying to feel myself, or it's summer, it's hot, whatever, I like to do a French roll and roll them up, and I think it just looks a little bit better on some different pants than these ones in particular. But they definitely nailed the length. It looks good, and overall around the waist it fits well too. Another thing with the design is it's more like a dress pant, so there's like this little clasp as well as the button. I don't No, I'm not the biggest fan of it, I guess I could say. So I guess, again, I'm being a little bit nitpicky, but I'd never really liked that design on dress pants. I don't think it's necessary. I personally would prefer just a normal button, and I guess that could just be me. So again, all of these things kind of come down to preference, but it's things that I picked up on personally. Now, in terms of the color, this is the slate color, and they absolutely nailed it. I think it looks so good. That's one of the first things both me and my girlfriend noticed when it came right out of the box, is how great the color is. So in terms of color, it's 10 out of 10. Now, talking more about the quality of the pant, the zipper on the front as well feels really quality, so I wouldn't be worried too much about that breaking. It actually feels a little bit more durable than some of the other pants that I had as well. And then the stitching seemed to be pretty okay. I noticed around the ankles there was some like fraying, I guess you could say, but for this pant costing $124, I expect it to be extremely high quality. It's right there in terms of Lululemon in cost, and so I think that's kind of where my skepticism comes in with these types of products, just because they are so expensive, so I'm expecting them to be very premium. Now, again, talking about like my concern and recommendation with that, if maybe a friend or someone was wanting to buy this, as I would say, okay, well, why not go to Lululemon and pay $4 more for the ABCs? And if anything happens to them, they rip, tear, just exchange them and get a brand new pair. I've done it plenty of times. I've had friends do it. And I think at that point, like, if Lululemon has a better fit and things like that, then why not go that direction? That being said, if you can get these on a sale, or personally just prefer Cuts the brand, and I don't know, maybe you don't like Lulu, then I think these are great. And I certainly would definitely recommend them, and I think they look extremely good too. However, just comparing them to some of the other pants in the market, I don't feel comfortable giving my full stamp of approval and saying, yes, like, definitely go buy them. But again, everything comes down to preference. Something that I may not like or think is weird, you may like and think is great for you. So take it with a grain of salt, obviously. It's not a one size fits all. And you're wondering probably why I'm like comparing these to Lululemon so much. If you're not aware, ABCs from Lulu are absolutely, without a doubt, like the gold standard for men's pants at this point. All of my friends wear them. I love them personally. They're my favorite. And I think you see that a lot in the design of the AO Cuts pants. They're almost identical in terms of the stitching, and in the back you'll kind of see where the seams are. Those are the exact same as what Lululemon does. And where I notice the difference is the pockets definitely being the major difference, and I personally don't prefer them. And again, the material feels a little bit lesser quality to me. It might be a little bit more durable and snag a little bit less, but it's certainly not as comfortable, and it feels thinner to me too, now that I think about it. So just some things to think about there if you're kind of going and debating between either or. I would check the description below if you're interested in the Built Everyday Pant 2.0. I'm doing a full review on that, and then I'll even do a review of those, the ABCs, and these pants too. So I think that'll be a really helpful video. Hopefully I have that up by the time you're seeing this now and checking it out, but I think it could be a really good guiding direction in terms of what I like and what you may like and not. So there we go. That's the video. I hope you really enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to follow along for more hauls and reviews and things like that. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you on the next one.